Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back! With Sonic the Hedgehog, we have all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Not just 6, we managed to go the extra mile and get the 7th one. The one that shouldn't exist in this game, but does because, well, that's what this game does. Or what it can do if you so choose. You know, because there are a lot of options, although, I think only if you're playing in the decompiled version. I'm not sure if the vanilla version of this game would allow for all of these options. Like, I know the vanilla version of this game would allow for whether or not to actually have the spin dash in the game, but I've not been playing this iteration of the game long enough for that to actually come up, I think. Excuse me. But yeah, with the 7 emeralds in hand, we no longer have to worry about having 50 rings by the end of the stage. So we're just gonna go. Get going, get gone, and go on. Well, the on is gone in the way that it does. So we can get out of this underwater labyrinth. Because, once again, we're still here. We're still trying to get out of this place, which slows us down tremendously. You know, if Sonic could swim, it would probably still be slow, but it would be less of a hassle, because we wouldn't have to platform through this whole thing. Unless it were swimming like the character from Freedom Planet. Good grief, I need to get back to that game at some point and remember all their names. Oh no. Oh, Robotnik, what are you doing? Yeah, this boss, quote-unquote, battle, it never really made sense to me. Like, this is not really a boss battle, because your goal isn't to hit Dr. Robotnik. Your goal is to escape from this place, and he just happens to be in the way. Like, and he can still cause you pain even after you've gotten this far into the stage. That's amazing, isn't it? Anyway. Starlight Zone. We're back to the speed now, hopefully. Because the labyrinth is behind us. And this place is more or less like a speedway, I guess. You know, it's called Starlight Zone, but you might call it like Starlight Speedway, kind of like Stardust Speedway would be later. I don't know, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Huh? We have more than 50 rings. Super Sonic time! Oh yes. With the 7th Chaos Emerald in hand, the Golden Master arises. You can play as Super Sonic in Sonic 1. Not that that's an entirely strange prospect, because I mean, there's probably been a number of Sonic 1 ROM hacks that looks very weird with the 2 signs visible. Any number of Sonic 1 ROM hacks that would allow you to play as Super Sonic in them. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, even... Oh, what was it? The big one. Sonic 1 Mega Mix, or well, Sonic Mega Mix, will allow you to go supersonic with just the 6 Chaos Emeralds. Or super whatever character with all the emeralds. Need to consider maybe, possibly, potentially, maybe doing that ROM hack at some point. Or not. I don't know. Did I already do that? Oh yeah, I think I did like a filler ROM hack at some point with Shadow. Just that I had time to do something. Hey, I just turned into Supersonic, even though the end of the stage is right here. Or wait, did I do it with... You know what, never mind. Let's not think about that. Let's just get to Starlight Zone Act 3. And you know, this whole game supposedly takes place on South Island, Sonic's home island. And I gather a lot of these places are just being built up for the sake of Dr. Robotnik building his Robotnik Land Empire. But it just, again, it sort of begs the question, why? There's going to be a lot of empty buildings out there. They're going to have their lights on, sure, but there's going to be no one there. And also, what's the point of this Starlight Speedway? Kind of could say that about any of the things that he did. There's like, is he the one who built the Spring Yard Zone? And if so, why? There's a lot of nonsense being pulled in order to justify the fact that Dr. Robotnik built all of this stuff. It's just like, why? Just like, what does sense make? Why does you build a thing, and what do you expect thing to do once you're done building it? Aside from let Sonic go whoosh! Like, I don't think he built the Labyrinth Zone. Like, I think that's just a temple that's sunk under the waves or something like that. At least that's what I think it is. Like, that's going back to the 8-bit version of Sonic 1 and whatnot. There's at least one thing about that version of the game that I kind of appreciate is the whole map function. Like, after every stage, you get an idea. Eggman, screw you. Go away! I'm trying to explain things! Because after you beat every stage in the 8-bit version of Sonic 1, it gives you an idea of your progression across the island. And it would also let you see, oh, this is where Green Hills are, this is the length of the Green Hill Zone, this is the length of the Bridge Zone, this is the length of the Jungle Zone, and then it gave you an idea once you got further up the mountain how you were progressing from the Labyrinth Zone to the Scrap Brain Zone. Speaking of, here comes Scrap Brain Zone. And it just gave you a sense of the scale of the island. But in this version of Sonic 1... So it just kind of feels like one of those things where the best way to sort of have the complete experience of just how far Sonic the Hedgehog goes during the course of his first major outing is that you kind of have to have both versions of the game. That way you get to see, oh, this is where this stuff is in relation to everything else on the island. Meanwhile, I'm just sort of looking at it just like, this has got to be one heck of a big island. Or is it the same island? Because it just seems like we're going from place to place. And there's not a whole lot of consistency other than the fact that it's getting progressively more and more technologicalized. Just like, is this really the same island? Out of the way, Super Hedgehog coming through! Which is not the same thing as a saying. Just saying. I didn't mean to say that, but now that I did, I'm laughing at myself. And I want everyone else to laugh too! Ha! But that was Act 1 of Scrap Brain. We have more to come. That was the outside. We now made our way inside. Ow. And boy, oh boy. These spinning platforms. It's like, I don't get how these are supposed to work. Sonic can cling to these spinning round platform things and spin around and run on them. Okay. The electrodes, flamethrowers, bombs, flails. Oh yeah, this is definitely Robotnik's final hideout. He does not want Sonic to get through here at all if he can manage. Ow. Which just begs the question of how Robotnik gets through all these places. Like, okay, the logical explanation is that he's got his Eggmobile, which allows him to just fly by everything that Sonic has to run through. Also, he's probably not entirely limited by the two-dimensional plane that we have here. Just saying. That would make sense if he did. Although, once again, that just sort of begs the question, outside of gameplay, why are we moving on 2 dimensions rather than 3, you know? It's just like, I guess, any way that's not straightforward is like a pit or something? Where'd that buzzsaw come from? Whew, okay, well, so much for collecting 50 rings. Not that it matters. But it would have been nice to go supersonic. Reach the end of the stage as a golden hedgehog and just like, okay, I was not planning for this! And there we go. But yeah, I said that you have like only 10 chances to get Chaos Emeralds in this game because Scrap Brain, even if you do get to the end with 50 rings, will not give you a giant ring to jump into. So you run out of opportunities to actually try and get Chaos Emeralds at that point. Uh-oh. You're going down, Sonic, whether you like it or not! To Scrap Brain Zone Act 3, or should it be Labyrinth Zone Act fucking 4? Jesus Christ. And it's full of polluted purple water. Gross. Hope we never see purple water ever again. I remember those Sunny D commercials. No one likes the purple drink. The purple stuff, whatever it was called. I think it was... Actually, yeah, it was just called purple stuff in the commercial. Yeah, but knowing Dr. Robotnik, this purple stuff isn't water at all, but some sort of chemical mixture. And Sonic has to hold his... definitely has to hold his breath. Although, considering it's probably polluted and all sorts of toxic chemicals, Sonic should be lucky that his skin and fur aren't melting off. Like this whole thing could be acidic. Or he could probably be developing cancer as we speak. Like, for all we know, you're swimming in a gigantic pool of Windex. Windex that has been sitting out way too long. Or maybe it's that industrial strength purple cleaner stuff. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's just called purple power. Either way, your skin should have more than a barest amount of irritation to it. It should be coming off. Anyway, final boss. It's different. You know, later Sonic games would have, like, you know, gigantic Eggman-shaped robots to challenge you. Sonic 1 has a bunch of crushers and these electric balls. And Eggman, for whatever reason, thinks it's a good idea to get inside these crushing piston things. Which just begs the question, outside of, for the sake of a boss fight, what these things are even for. Like, is he building, like, some gigantic engine in here? And if so, for what? Could this very well be the first inclinations of his plans for the future for a gigantic space station that would require an engine like this? Although, it's, you know, with pistons like this, it would be like a combustion engine, so yeah, I don't think for space travel, no. So what is this place for, aside from a boss fight? A really stupid boss fight, mind you. And one that can be a little bit tense, because you don't have any rings. Like, even if I hadn't lost all my rings, you wouldn't have any rings here. Yeah, I can run straight by him to hit his Eggmobile. It's like, ooh! And down you go, Dr. Robotnik! Victory is mine! So, with the Doctor defeated, we return to the Green Hill with all 7 Chaos Emeralds in hand, and wish ourselves a Merry Christmas and a happy future. And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been Sonic the Hedgehog. It seems short on the surface because I'd done a lot of editing, and of course, because I had to do a lot of practice beforehand getting into this. But this was a chore. More of a chore than it looks like it was, but it was a chore. And not one that I'm looking forward to playing again for a long time. Is that Big Island or Big Island? I'm pretty sure he could be if he were on a small enough planet. Anyway. So there's nothing the point is, there's nothing inherently wrong with Sonic the Hedgehog 1. It's just that for the sake of a Let's Play, I wanted to go for all the Chaos Emeralds, and when you have such a limited number of attempts to get at it, not to mention just how difficult and strenuous it is to actually go through all the different special stages. Yeah, it took more getting into than I think I really had much to show for it. Because, yeah, this game is easy enough if you want to get into Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's also not all that exciting compared to later games. Like, a lot of the reasons Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is touted as one of the best of the classic series has some really good reasons behind it. This game isn't bad, but it's not great. But it is what it is. The first of its kind. Sonic the Hedgehog. The end. With that all said and done, I'd like to thank absolutely everyone for watching. We will probably be doing more Sonic games immediately after this. I don't know which ones I'm going to put in which order yet. I'm still making a decision on that, but for now, thank you for watching. As always, there'll be various links to the various social media outlets in the description below, as well as a link to my coffee page if you want to follow up on that. This is the Devasia Mentality out.